Here's a topic I've been pushing back on for a long time. I'm 45 and I don't feel old. I don't. I get up, I work out, I exercise, I do all kind of, I try to stay active. My joints don't hurt. I feel good. And I know there's somebody out there saying, just keep living. Yeah, I know. Okay. I don't feel old, but when I look in the mirror, you guys can see it here. I got gray in my beard. That just came on in the last year or so. This morning, I like to be silent. I like to move through the woods undetected. So, I'm going out there. I'm putting out bait for the deer. Deer season's about to come in a couple weeks, and I'm excited. I think I'm more excited right now about shooting these hogs that's been coming in. Trying to get a stalk on them, taking out a few of them. But as I'm coming out, the thought that I've tried to push back for so long, it entered my mind, and I'm thinking, man, am I that mad at them anymore? Am I really just that mad at them? And if you're my age, you've been there, you felt it, you thought it. Am I just mad at them anymore? To those of you who don't know what that means, it means when you're a younger person, man, you will do whatever it takes. I remember as a young person, I would stomp the looter bottoms over looking for an acorn tree. When you find an acorn tree, that's Mother Nature's buffet. That's like Mother Nature's Johnny's Pizza. I mean, they coming. Whereas with corn and stuff, they'll still come, but they'll kind of come in at night. They'll come in awkwardly. When you find natural stuff, they're there. But man, that's hard. Sometimes that's hard. I would stomp those woods over for hours. As I'm coming out with this corn, I'm like, man, I'm dragging all this stuff in. Do I want to start driving the 4-wheeler or the golf cart back here? Do I want to start doing this? Do I want to start doing that? And I'm trying to push that thought back because in my mind, every person that I have ever heard say, I'm not that mad at them anymore, that really to me signifies the beginning of the end. I try to push it back. And I know that's kind of morbid to say, but it's the truth. I try to push that thought back. I don't know what word I was trying to find right there, but because that's when you get old. That's when you get old. I mean, let's just be honest with you. When you want to go sit in a box stand all the time with a heater, with this, with that, that's just, to me, in my opinion, that's the easiest way. Is it the wrong way? No, it's not wrong. There's people out there. I got a friend of mine right now who will not bow hunt because he said the Indians got beat by guns. He said, why you want to go out there and shoot them things with a bow when you can just go walk out there and shoot it with a rifle and be done with it? He's right. I mean, I'm not going to say he's right, but that's his opinion. He's right because that's his opinion. My opinion is I like to go out there with a little bit more of a challenge and shoot them with a bow. To each their own. But to me personally, I'm pushing back that I'm not that mad at them anymore. I'm pushing that back because I want to stay mad at them, because the longer I stay mad at them, the longer I can keep age at bay. If I can keep going at them, the longer I can keep. That's my thought anyway. And then as I'm coming out, I started emceeing these bass tournaments, and now I'm thinking, is that how these bass fishermen feel about forward-facing sonar? And I know some of you probably tired of hearing it, but this is my take on it. It was really kind of eye-opening as I'm coming out. You probably hear my stomach growling. I got breakfast waiting on me. But is that how you guys feel, some of the older fishermen feel about forward-facing sonar? You're just not that mad at them anymore to learn a new style of fishing. Because everything you've learned, everything these guys have learned coming in, I'm talking about the guys that are my age and older, has revolved around what we believed the fish to be doing in a natural setting. And that's what they honed in. They honed their craft. They learned it. They're watching animals. They're watching the grass in the water. They're watching watching for a shad spawn. They're watching for whatever they know may be there. And now that this new technology come in, you hear a lot of guys say, well, I can't learn it. These young kids have an advantage because they play in video games. It's not the video game aspect. I got to thinking about that. It's not necessarily the video game aspect as it is time and effort that it'll take to learn a totally different style of fishing. And the reason I got to thinking about that, I was watching a guy on YouTube the other day, and he was talking about, he's like, I fished with a guy trying to learn sonar. He said, and I was watching a grass patch 100 yards away thinking, man, I wish I could go fish that. I bet there's fish all over. He said, but we were looking at the screen and catching the fire out of fish that were suspended. And I mean, is that where we are? Is that what we're doing? Are we pushing stuff back and trying to there again, I'm losing my wording on this word, but are we trying to submissive? I don't know. Not submit. I don't know. Anyway, are we trying to push back new thinking because it will change what we do? Because and then I got to going down another rabbit hole, and this one's kind of sketchy. Don't get mad at me, guys. But do you think that you've paid your dues, and these young guys it's like the fast track to success by using the forward face and so on, like Zach Bryan. Let's take him an example. Uh, Great country music artist who never played a honky tonk, got his stuff on YouTube, fast tracked it, baby. Some people think. Other people think, no, he busted his tail. He writes his songs. Hey, to each their own. Wherever he done it, he got there. Is that one another thinking? Are you kind of like, well, they need to learn just like I did all those years. It's just a fast track to success. And I get that. So, that's my thoughts this morning, man. I'm kind of, Saturday mornings, I kind of get down some rabbit holes. But at the same time, is that where we are? Are we just not that mad at them anymore? And the longer you can keep that, in my opinion, the longer I can keep that at bay, the younger I'll stay. So keep looking at the podcast. One reason I wanted to do this, I'm trying to get this lighting right. And my buddy told me the other day, he said, it looked like you were drinking whiskey. Your eyes was red. No, it's the light. I'm trying to get this lighting right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Keep looking, man. I'm going to keep pumping this stuff out. I got some deep thoughts, and sometimes you may think I'm crazy, but that's just what I'm thinking this morning. Are we that mad at them anymore?